mean by intensify? What do you guys do to make it more intense?
I think maybe having some more intent behind every single one of our plays and understanding that we got to continue to get better, whether that's in individual drills, group drills, or in the full team when we're getting reps against our own defense or even just the scout team. But making sure that we're not taking plays off and getting lackadaisical out there.
How do you feel like you've grown from week 1 to week 2? I know it was UMass, but what did you like about what we did?
I just liked how I was just playing with some confidence out there, out there having fun with the guys and really just allowing myself to play loose out there. That's the biggest thing. And when I'm playing loose, having fun out there, that's my best self.
Go ahead. The first drive that you guys had against UMass, 3 plays, about 90 seconds off the clock. How much confidence does that give not only you but the entire offense to know that you guys can have explosive plays to start a game, and knowing that that's an opportunity you guys can capitalize on the Big Ten play?
Yeah, I was really excited heading into this game, the game last week, just because Coach Lester said that we were going to throw the ball a little bit more. To start out drives and take a couple more shots downfield, and we really saw that on the first couple plays right there. And whatever that was, a 40-yard pass and then a 20-yard touchdown pass. So to have that and kind of like light up the excitement in the stadium, have our defense kind of gain some more belief in our offense and knowing that we can make those big plays, I think it gave a lot of encouragement to a lot of guys around us.
Playing on the road on the East Coast on Friday, what do you take away from playing on Friday?
Yeah, I have, and we were kind of talking about that a little bit earlier, but it kind of just makes you ramp up everything a little bit earlier throughout the week. You have to watch film a little bit earlier, watch a little bit more at the beginning of the week, so you can kind of get ahead on the third downs, the red zone looks, and everything like that. But the biggest takeaway is that you lose out on that extra day of rest that helps heal your bodies a little bit. But a lot of guys in the team are really healthy right now, and we're continuing to progress in a really great way this week. That's why we add plays throughout the game, maybe that we even haven't practiced throughout the week, but we've practiced them so much throughout fall camp in the summer that it's kind of almost second nature for us. So being able to fall back on some of those base plays, base game plans allows us to make those adjustments.
What do you think your identity is on offense yet, or if you haven't figured it out what you want?
I don't know if we have exactly what we want to do on offense. I mean, we've had a couple injuries, so we're still trying to figure out a lot of our playmakers and the guys that we need to keep getting the ball to. Obviously, Weege had an awesome play last week with the end around for him, and then also just with the punt returns as well. So getting that guy the ball in space is going to be huge for us. But identity on offense, I mean, we're gonna run the ball. We're gonna try and stretch the teams out left to right. But then also take a lot of play action, deep shots. And when those deep shots aren't open and I don't have the ability to be aggressive on some of those, I got to continue to check the ball down so we can continue to have those positive plays, so we can keep running those play action plays throughout games.
Mark has time for a few more minutes, guys, a couple more minutes.
Sorry, James, trying to cut it over here. What more can the offense do? What more can you show?
I think there's a lot more to show and a lot more to improve upon and grow. We've been running the ball really well. I mean, last week I think we had over 400 yards of total offense, which is awesome. That's a great offensive week. But I still think that there's a lot more that we can do in the pass game. We can continue to stretch the ball downfield. And on that side of things, when we start stretching the ball downfield, it opens up our run game. And then when our run game starts opening up, it starts opening up our pass game. So it's kind of that back and forth that you got to continue to balance. And that's what I really like about what we have here in our offense is that it's a really balanced attack. We're trying to be 50-50 as much as possible. And obviously game plans and how the scores are going in the games can affect that a little bit. But it's really great to have that balanced attack.
It's the first Big Ten game of the season, and you're starting on the road. How important is it to not overcompensate or overthink your guys' process and just stay, as you guys level-headed?
Yeah, we got to stay the course, and especially starting off 1-0 in the Big Ten is going to be really important for us. We can't try to be anybody else other than ourselves. And I kind of mentioned that a little bit earlier. Nobody has to be Superman out there. As long as we can kind of play our style of football and everyone does their job, does their 1-11, we'll be successful and execute on Saturday.
How much similarities are you seeing between Rutgers and UMass, given how much coaching staff overlap there was between the two?
Yeah, we saw a ton before last week when we were watching the UMass film. We were even watching some of the Rutgers film from last year because their head coach was the DC at Rutgers last year, and they're still running a lot of the same things at Rutgers, but obviously they have a new defensive coordinator, so he's starting to throw in some of his own wrinkles, and we got to make adjustments based off of that.